able to just sit down and be in the moment with whatever you're making or whatever you're studying or practicing in art, not feeling as though you have to rush. I think that's really cool.
Every reason to rush in my art journey surrounded me on all sides. I know patience is necessary if you want to keep going with your art practice, but it isn't easy to actively put into practice, especially when you've been going at it for years now and it seems that you've been grappling your way to the next step and not really making any progress. Sometimes when I sit down to draw, I feel as though I should be spending time doing something else, as if there's this invisible weight hanging over me whenever I sat down. Like it told me I should be spending time on something people would applaud. The kind of art that looks like it just came straight out of an animated feature film, the kind that gets an audience on Instagram or on Pinterest. We've all been guilty of that. The want to be recognized, to be accepted, to not feel so much like you're going against the tide. But it's a vicious cycle, and even more dangerous if you manage to let that insecurity be the one that's driving your want to keep on making art. So, just for some context, I'm a pretty systematic person. I like having plans, I like being organized, and I like to work practically. But I also have a deep love for understanding how things are made up. I have a genuine curiosity for basically anything the art nerd in me can see. I enjoy doing anatomy breakdowns, studying how light hits form. I like nerding out about art theories and master artists. This isn't new. Most artists are naturally curious. Over the years, I've come to realize a fundamental aspect of doing this approach to studying and practicing art. It needs a lot of patience, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Earlier into my journey, I mistakenly set a deadline to what I needed to learn. But what I found was this rushed my learning, and it wasn't very sustainable. I learned that learning art isn't linear. It's anything but simple. It's even harder to go on this journey when you don't have formal in-person training. You don't have an art Jedi to be an apprentice to. You don't have someone that'll hold your hand and tell you what you did right or wrong when you've just finished a painting, and you realize after a couple of hours that you don't like it. I know, it's been 7 months and it looks as though even the snails could have gone past you. You kind of just have to trust your eye, and eventually, if you keep moving forward after more months or a year or another, you'll realize that you did progress, just not fast or whatever unrealistic time frame we'd set for ourselves to get to grasp something. It's agonizing to keep waiting, but that's just it. There's no other way to progress in art but through it. It's a long journey, so how do we make progress feel less agonizing? Just enjoy it. Sit down and just enjoy and rejoice at the fact that you are lucky to even be studying this kind of stuff. Us creatives are given the unique gift to be exhausted by what we love doing. It is a privilege to be driven by a natural want to create, to be naturally curious. It's a great time to be an artist. There's resources online that are almost always available for free, and it's great for independent art students like us. But because of the wide range of resources available, there's also a lot more art we can see, and honestly, it kind of hurts sometimes. You know what I mean? You've been going at it for years now, and a person half your age is a prodigy and seems to have it all figured out in art. But isn't the point of art the experience itself? To be engaged in feeding the curious cat in our brain, to discover new things, to materialize our thoughts, experiences, and our stories, and what we see in the world that's beautiful. I know I'm getting cheesy here, so I'm gonna get back to my script. Because I don't think it's about who gets to the finish line first, because, spoiler, there is no finish line. The only person you should ever be in hardcore competitive mode, I should beat you, definitely, is you yesterday, or a year ago in your art journey. Being patient in art practice isn't about getting to your future skill however long it takes. It's about relishing what you're studying or making right now. It's not about what you'll make after you become good enough or skilled enough, because realistically, if that's your mindset, it'll never be enough. It's what you can do and make right now that makes your art feel yours and make the marks you make on a page feel right. Patience in progress is about being able to sit still and keep being in the moment of what you're doing. Because quite frankly, art is hard. It's difficult. It seems like there's this expectation that art is easy, but you can make it easier for yourself. To make it easier, you need to acknowledge that this is hard. You need to acknowledge that this is a skill, it's a craft, it's a lineage, it's a legacy that you're continuing. We don't expect a seed to grow into a tree right when we plant it, right? Then why do we expect our art to be perfect and at master level immediately? It's a labor of love. Being a creative is a privilege. We're lucky to be naturally driven by a desire to create. So slow down, have fun, and just enjoy being in the moment, painting or drawing. You don't have to carry the heavy weight of performance when you draw or create. If you're feeling satisfied, when a small smile creeps its way to your face unconsciously while drawing, when the scratches your pencil makes are enough to fill the silence in the room, you're doing exactly what you should be doing. And that is always better than being obsessed with progressing faster. Because there is no faster way. It's not a race, so just be patient, because eventually, if you keep moving forward, you'll get there.